President Donald Trump signed an executive order to create a task force to integrate AI into education.
But did they explain how they're integrating or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
How?
All right,
Interesting.
I'll give you a bit more. Okay.
Very interesting.
President Donald Trump signed an executive order that mandates the creation of a task force on AI education, which will have to coordinate nationwide efforts to have AI be part of educational curricula and also promote AI literacy among students and teachers.
You know what? It actually sounds very, very promising. I do agree with this. I think if AI is the future, hey, spoiler, it is the future. People need to know how to use it, you know? Like this is very smart. I think it's taking the next step early.
All right, I'll give you a bit more detail. More specifically, this order directs the feds to establish public-private partnerships with industry-leading AI organizations to develop online resources for AI literacy with rollout in the next 6 months.
What's the catch? You know, with the Donald, there's always a catch.
Sounds too good to be true.
Yeah. Where's the wrong stuff? Where's it coming on?
I'm loving the enthusiasm for more details. Okay, there are many other parts of this order that will also promote AI education in the U.S. workforce and industry and programs to train teachers and educators to use AI. But there will also be a nationwide presidential AI challenge for students and teachers to showcase their use and achievements in AI. There aren't any details yet for how this will proceed.
Yeah.
But this challenge is apparently going to start soon, and entrants will have a full year to submit their showcase.
Wow, so it's like a competition on how to use AI. Well, so they're educating the American people on how to use AI, and then there's a competition on how to use that, how to use AI.
Yeah,
I think that's genius. Like that is crazy.
Yeah.
Because like it's literally just, I think it's propelling America into a good spot, right? Because like everyone's gonna be using AI. They're gonna have the next step. They're gonna get there a little bit faster if they're taking AI classes.
I think there are a lot of like similar programs internationally coming out from different like countries. I think they even have something like this in Australia or New Zealand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is like overall a very good direction.
Right?
Yeah, why isn't this promoted more or like announced?
Yeah, I don't know.
Headlines.
It's probably because like there's just too much noise on things
That's
that he's doing.
I'm also like a little worried because like essentially the task force is going to be comprised of his administration and his cabinet.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
And his secretaries of education are like very lacking.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm neutral, but
Are you?
Well, I'm not gonna have a stance on politics. Well, I do, but I'm not gonna share it. But that sounds like the smartest thing he's ever done. I think my stance playing out.
If and when this gets, actually implemented, I personally think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, because like AI in education, I think it is the next step towards higher education. Like, like to get to the next step in bettering education, I think AI, they need to like intersect.
Yeah.
I think this is a very smart and a step in the right direction.
Yeah, like I'm a little too stunned to like to say anything.
Too smart for you.
Yeah.
No, I think it's like what? It's like he thought about this. Like the fact that it was like this is a good idea. Like it's great.
We don't know if he thought about this, but he did release it.
Yeah,
They never think about this stuff. You're telling me Donald Trump was like,
they use AI to come up with.
Yeah, so I was gonna say that they use ChatGPT. How should I make myself look better?
Maybe that is.
He might be compensating, for
For all the stuff he's done.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna say anymore.
It's crazy.
I think a point of criticism might be that he kind of announces that he wants like a public and private collaboration, like the public sector collaborating with the private sector. So we don't know who is going to be in that short list. So maybe it'll be Grok AI. Who knows?
Oh, see, there's the
You know,
catch.
Yeah,
But,
I feel like there's a catch.
They
to
always
this.
get rich.
Maybe, but currently, I think it's fairly positive. I just hope that this type of integration for like, you know, raising AI literacy can also kind of promote like critical thinking.
Yeah.
Because I think like that's actually the key.
Yeah.
Like
It is. It
I
is.
hope people, I hope kids nowadays can like go to school and still be able to think critically.
I completely agree.
Because like otherwise, because like it's so easy to just have AI think for you.
For sure.
Or like kind of think for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps up my segment.
Well, great job. Holy crap. I learned so much today. I haven't learned in like
Since
10
AI
years.
came out.
Yeah, since AI came out. Wow.
I mean, I think it's good that he's including this into education,
Mm-hmm.
but
It is.
how much is too much? So
When it comes to AI,
both tech and AI, I would say, right? So it's good to implement this, but you know how like they were saying, like it's important to still have critical thinking. What is the cut? I understand there needs to be a balance, but how do we make that balance?
so like what role should AI play in education?
I would say
basically?
both AI and tech.
Okay, so what role should AI and tech play in education?
So let me start first, because
Okay. Interesting.
in the high school I went to, right? The school forced